Thank you, Panjit. We have received a couple of letters of apology. The first one from Jane Loftus, who is the National President of the CWU. If I just quickly read her letter out. Thank you for inviting me to speak at your demonstration against the closure of Gloucester Mail Centre. Unfortunately, I will be away on that day. Your campaign, including petitions, challenging MPs and local politicians, has been an example to all in the CWU. Wherever possible, you have politically and industrially raised the issue with Royal Mail's disastrous business plan to cut costs and downsize the postal industry. Today, your demonstration highlights to the public the threat of postal services. United in action, the CWU will win. Yours in solidarity, Jane Loftus. Thank you very much, Jane. Okay, what I'll do next, I'll hand over to Billy. Billy.
Thanks, Ken, on a bit of a Scouse theme there. Greetings from Jane Loftus. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the Gloucester branch and all the branches that have turned up here today in support of Gloucester. Now, me and Dave were walking down the road talking about the various things, and there's one of the things that events like this do. They don't only enthuse you that you're going to fight this closure, they also enthuse us. And that's the most important thing you have to remember. Because if it was just down to arguments, and if it was just down to a logical and coherent and cogent case, then you would have won the keeping Gloucester Mail Centre open. If it was just about arguments, Coventry wouldn't be in the position that it's in. But if it was just about arguments about keeping a mail centre open, or closing a mail centre, Liverpool MLO would have closed when the management said it was going to close. And in Liverpool, we decided we weren't going to have that, and we were going to fight to keep that mail centre open. Yes, we had to make some concessions, and we fought to keep that mail centre open, and that mail centre is still there. Similarly, in Dartford, when Dartford was threatened with closure, they waged a campaign to keep Dartford Mail Centre open. Now, there can be no absolute blank cheques and blank promises that we can necessarily win. But I'll tell you this, if you don't fight, you've already lost. So are you prepared to fight? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. You're prepared to fight? Are you prepared to fight? We're at a crossroads here now in terms of our trade union. And it's great to have MPs along today, Labour MPs, supporting us. But we have to send a message to the new Prime Minister and the new Deputy Leader, whoever that is, whether he or she is. If you want to win the next election, if you want to see a fourth-term Labour government, you need to, when you say reconnect, you need to reconnect to all persons, not just Middle England, but the people who walk the streets of this country and provide a postal service, because the CWU is a loyal and sensible trade union. And when we take up strike action in defence of our industry, we are serious. Alan Leighton and Adam Crozier has got the cheek to talk about our members' paying conditions. This is a man, Adam Crozier, who's paid £1.5 million and has the cheek to say that postmen and women on £323 are overpaid, are 40% overworked and 25% overpaid. What an absolute cheek that is. And Alan Leighton wanted to privatise this industry, and we were told, let's not forget, it wasn't just 20% shares, it was 30% floated on the stock exchange. And Alan Leighton and Adam Crozier wanted to, and they told us every other week privatisation was on the agenda. Every other week the shares were going to be in the post. Well, we defeated that privatisation of the postal industry, and we will defeat this closure if you stand together and fight. No absolute guarantees, but let me hear it one more time. Are you prepared to fight? Yeah! Carry on fighting.